to Grandson the Right Thought. I'm about to share some goodies with y'all. Some techniques gonna make y'all cold out here, for real. If you listen to what I'm about to tell you, you're gonna be cold out here. You're gonna feel like you Ultra Instinct Goku or something. For real, because what you're gonna realize is as you gain more knowledge, we'll put it like this. The Most High says that my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So as you gain knowledge, then you're no longer destroyed. He says he has not given us the spirit of fear, but the spirit of power. So, mighty and powerful in this spiritual war that you're fighting. So there may have been a time when you felt overwhelmed on the battlefield. There may have been a time when you felt like you just had to throw your hands up and accept what you were looking at. But once you get Ultra Instinct, oh man, I just gotta laugh, because once y'all get to this level, then you just make light of your enemies. I mean, you realize that there's literally nothing that they can do with you once you learn these things, okay? So one thing about the branch is that he sets the captives free. So we're going to set the captives free today. Okay, all y'all got to do is listen and put this into practice. Just insist. Okay? Just insist. And if you insist, then it will be yours. Despite what you're looking at, despite how it looks, despite how much the wind is blowing, despite how much the waves are crashing, you just insist. Now, no matter how much the horns are honking, no matter how much the people are giving you the finger, yelling at you, saying, fuck you, you just insist. No matter how big the mountain looks, no matter how deep the valley goes, no matter how wide the ocean looks, you just insist. And if you insist, then it's going to be yours. That's your superpower. See, everybody was talking about superpowers, going to get superpowers. Well, then here you have it. That's your superpower. Insisting. Now I'm going to break it down for y'all, because I'm probably like, what the hell does he mean? Insist. Insisting is setting your mind on a decision you've made. Before you went forth and done it, you've made a decision in your mind. Now, no matter what happens between you and reaching that destination, you ignore it because it doesn't exist. Because you already have obtained the thing that you've set your mind on once you've decided. Remember when I told you they had me locked up? And they told me they were going to indict me and I wasn't going anywhere for at least 90 days. I was going to be on lockdown at least 90 days. 37 days later, I walked out of there because I insisted that I was free. Now, this is the technique. This is how you insist. Okay? This is going to make y'all cold now. This is going to make you cold with it if you can listen real good here. Insisting is deciding in your mind. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what I did. When they locked me up and told me that I wasn't going to go anywhere, they were going to have me in 90 days and all the other stuff, put $12,000 bond on me and all these other illusions. I got locked up with one person. Now, that person got released that day. When they were walking out, they looked at me and they were like, are you okay? And I put my muscle up and I was like, I'm strong. Now, why? Because I had already decided that I was already free and I was already in my destination, that where I was headed anyway. So though they thought they had me locked in there, I was already at my destination. I insisted on that for 37 days straight. So that means that when I went to sleep, pay attention, y'all. This is going to make y'all the coldest with this. When I went to sleep every night, as I dozed off going to sleep, I saw myself putting back on my regular clothes that I had. Because, of course, they had me in the county clothes. That's the illusion. So I knew the clothes that I had on when I went in. So I just saw myself putting them back on. Putting my nose ring back in my nose. Putting my gauges back in my ears. Putting my jewelry back on. I did this every day when I dozed off to sleep. I just did it over and over and over and over and over. And saw myself walking out the place, going to where I was going, to my destination. I did this every day. And 37 days later, I was free. Charges dropped. Charges dropped. So what's all this? You're gonna do 90 days. You're gonna get a felony. You're gonna get $12,000 bond. You're not going anywhere. 37 days later, I walked out. Those were all lies. In other words. So I insisted, and the lies failed. That's what I'm telling you. So he says, if you ask believing, it will happen. So if you believe that, then you'll do it. So I believed it because, like I told you, I'm going to follow Yahushua everywhere. I'm in his bosom. I told y'all that. So when he told me that, I put it to the test and found that it worked. And now I'm sharing it with you guys. The master told me, made me a master with it because I put it to the test and used it and found it to work. I told you guys all about the miraculous way I got back home. That's the same story. So I miraculously got to the destination I said I always was at. By a series of events that led me there. So now I'm giving it to you guys as proof, as a testimony and a witness that it works. So do y'all just want to be regular Saiyans or y'all want to be Super Saiyans?